Hey everybody, and welcome to Nerfcast. This is Josh
and B.F.U.
Yeah. So, you might notice Sean is not with us today. Oh, he's taking a bit of a break. Got a bunch of stuff going on. He's been sick, so
we'll be nerfing the missing man formation today for Sean.
Yeah, you know. But we have a lot of stuff to cover because we recorded our last podcast like a week before the podcast actually came out. So a lot has happened since then. Yes. But let's start off with today's sort of breaking news.
Break it.
All right. You can tell when we recorded this because today's breaking news is Orange Modworks talking about making a blaster.
Yeah.
Yup. That is happening. Right now, all they got is designs up on their Facebook page. I don't even think they have them on the website. Just a Facebook page. They have like a little, what design looks best to you? And people are sort of saying either they're talking about designs that they want to make, or they're talking about sort of the style of blasters that they want to go for. Colors and things like that. All of them are black right now, which I know makes some people get really nervous, especially since the Stage 3 kit was all black.
Makes me completely nervous.
But if you actually read the little thing that they said, they're gonna work on making them bright colors.
Oh, that's cool.
And HVZ legal is what they said, so I assume that means that they will take stock darts and not just stock darts.
Wait, is HVZ standard rules you have to use stock darts?
For the most part.
Really?
Yeah, most.
Huh. I did not know that. I learned something today.
Yeah, because you're playing on campuses and it's easier to, they don't want anybody getting hurt. Most of the games I've heard of have all had.
That's cool.
Yeah, so a lot of sort of people pretty excited about that. It's nice just seeing somebody else, third party, come out with something.
Especially if they're going to use actual foam.
Yes.
And not rubber bands.
Yes.
Although, Tek Recon tried something.
They did try something. So
I feel that's a good. I mean, they're used to working with the internals. They're used to redoing internals.
Yep.
I'm sure they won't use anything close enough to worry about patent infringement.
That's what I assume. I find it funny that people keep saying, like, I put it up on some. I saw it on some modding stuff on Facebook. People are like, well, the whole point is that you don't have to mod it. And I'm like, no. If I were, and I mean, please don't hate on me and Nerfcast if this is what actually happens, but it's just good business practice. If I assumed that what they were going to do is release it with like a 5K spring and then sell you an upgrade kit to like a 7K spring.
That
or
makes
an 8K
sense.
spring. Because why would you not do that?
But
hopefully all of the internals will already be, sturdy, unlike Nerf internals.
Maybe they'll sell kits where you get all the springs you need with you and you can like swap parts before games.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Like a whole package deal.
Yeah, one of the things is that, they all look like, for those of you who haven't seen the picture, and we'll try to put it in the link, they're all sort of pistol-looking blasters.
Makes sense to start with sidearms, least amount of plastic.
Yep, and we don't know what sort of things they're going to have, whatnot. There was a lot of talk about the Stage 3. The barrel doesn't allow for more barrel attachments to be put on it, but it did make darts more accurate, I was hearing from people. So, I kind of hope it does well.
Yeah, I hope it does well, too. I mean,
it would be cool to see some bigger blasters out of them, too.
The more stuff you can add, the better off you are. I think it's smart to start with pistols because it's the least amount of plastic.
Mm-hmm.
Sidearms can be designed pretty quickly.
Right.
I bet you they'll be able to get into production pretty quick. And, they're a company in the good old US of A, so.
Yeah.
In Texas.
Yeah.
So, I'm juiced. I'm good. Good job, Orange Modworks, for breaking some serious. I think that's some pretty big news for them. Especially they just came out with their TAC Gear line.
Yeah, I was about to say that their is TAC Gear has magazines.
Yep.
And magazine holders, which look really nice. The magazines, I think, they hold 12 rounds stock, or they hold like double the amount of Steffens.
24 Steffens.
Yeah, which is cool, because
sick.
if they do start making blasters themselves, that means they'll have their own magazines, and that'll look cool.
I think it's sick that they just decided to take care of both sides of the community, the stock dart folks and the foam smith folks.
That is
foam smithing? Dart smithing.
Dart smithing?
Yeah, those dart smithing cats. So it was cool they took care of both sides of the aisle on that one in one product. And they got little holes in the bottom of the clip for you to clip on, like on carabiner clips and stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems awesome.
I like the D-ring holder. I thought that was pretty nifty.
Yeah, any thoughts on the blasters themselves?
The initial designs. So they don't look. A couple of them look like they're internal clips 3 of them look like they would hold darts internally somehow. If they're single shot blasters, then I don't care.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I mean, my documented single shotness is well known, except for the side strike.
Yeah, you know.
But if they can hold multi shots, I think they look kind of cool. Well, the one that's labeled A, if you guys are following along at home, to me would be my pick.
It's funny. So, every blaster on here looks kind of like a little bit of a meld between blasters that exist with a little bit of real steel stuff. Like A, kind of, I don't know. The top reminds me of like some sort of Desert Eagle, but the bottom handle looks like a Maverick. Oh, that is the appropriate sound effect for Mavericks. Yeah,
C's kind of cool. I like the barrel on it.
Yeah, I was looking at C and I was like, yeah, that
looks kind of like a Raven pistol.
I don't even know. The top half reminds me of like a G36.
I don't know real guns.
Yeah,
so you said G36. I thought that was the G5's other jet, like a smaller version of a G5 jet.
Oh, that song. But yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. A lot of the handles, I was just gonna say, look like existing Nerf handles.
Yep. I mean, that makes sense. I mean, you can't do too much with a pistol handle, so.
I mean, I feel like you could. You could do a lot with it. You could wrap it. You know, I mean, look at the hammer shot. The hammer shot, you can make it different. Also, we have no idea about sizes on these things, right? They could be small.
Yeah, they could be side strike size.
Yeah, they could be Maverick size. We're only seeing them from one side, so
we don't know how they prime.
Yeah, we don't know how they prime. We don't know if they're electric.
It's
they don't
all
have flywheel.
Conceptual.
Yes,
and consensual.
Also true.
So I think Orange Modworks did a good job. It'll be exciting to see them continue to release updates.
Yeah, that'll be
to
cool.
keep everybody juiced.
That'll be really cool.
And making them compatible with as many darts as possible. I like where they're going with. I think they've evolved. They've stepped up now from just internal mod provider to now they're really stepping in. I think they're trying to come into their own a little bit.
Yeah, I think they're really trying to hit that adult market that Nerf is. I wouldn't say missing out on, but
based on their sales this year,
right?
I don't think they're missing. Did you see Did you see the article on their sales?
Yeah, we talked about it. We did talk about it.
We did that last podcast.
Oh! No, I don't think we did on the podcast.
Oh,
no.
Yeah. So apparently, Hasbro had a down quarter in Q4, except for one of their toy line and Nerf, both boys and girls.
Nice.
That was their 2 shining spots in their investor.
So what I'm hearing is My Little Pony did well for boys and girls, and Nerf did well for boys and
It
girls.
wasn't My Little Pony for boys.
I'm pretty sure it's My Little Pony for boys.
No, it wasn't Bronies. Oh my god!
I'm pretty sure that's the thing.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Yeah, you don't even know.
No, it was on their investor call.
Gonna learn today.
Their investor readout. They specifically said Nerf, and Nerf boys and girls did really well for them in the fourth quarter, despite a weak sale. So that was 2 of their growth markets.
Nice.
Which might mean why we're seeing so many prototypes being shown off at all the various toy fairs. Maybe they're just rushing stuff into production.
Could be.
Like, hey, we can tweak it as we go.
I mean, it felt that way when they released blasters in the past. Like this past year, it felt like a lot of things came out way earlier than they originally intended. But I don't feel like we had
so many firing demos of in production.
No, see, that's the thing. Like, so I think last Toy Fair, oh, geez. I mean, there was stuff, but I don't think we were expecting the Magnus and the Centurion to come out this year. You know what I mean? There was like a lot of stuff that came out.
Yeah, everything they demoed felt finished. I was looking at the old 2013 stuff. It felt completely. It wasn't prototypes.
Right,
they're coming out saying, "Hey, what's coming out this summer?" Well, we're still working through.
They didn't even demo the Centurion, or the Magnus at last year's Toy Fair.
Nope, they just demoed stuff that was finished.
Right, Matt was talking about it when they actually announced it. And he was like, "Yeah, I got to play with it. I wasn't allowed to say anything."
Right,
and we're like, "Oh, well, now we're seeing stuff that's totally demo."
I mean, hey, if the line is strong, and I mean that's got to be some kid alts in there.
Oh, I'm sure.
I mean, people with disposable income, the mid-20 somethings.
Oh, definitely.
With decent jobs, disposable income are definitely. I mean, whereas a kid might get 1, a kid alt might buy 3.
Correct.
Blasters in one day.
No, totally agree.
I'm looking at you because I've seen you do it.
Yes, I have brought 3 different. Wait, you're looking at me?
I would never ever over purchase blasters. Ask my wife.
Yeah, ask him about that $300 in the first 24 hours.
Hey, anyways, so. Really, it's nice to see that it was a strong line for them in a down quarter. I think that'll make them even. I think them having a down quarter with the strength of the 2 lines will make them latch on to Nerf even more for the next couple of years and see it as growth potential to kind of hold on to their profits.
Yeah, I really hope so. And I mean, I would like to see the numbers broken down, U.S., via not U.S., stuff like that, just because I remember when we were talking with My Last Dart at one point, him saying the sales were down in the U.S., but they were up a lot of other places. They're really trying to focus on getting those sales up here. So it's nice to hopefully hear that, they're doing well.
Slap a Z on everything, and apparently it works out.
Yeah, Z or an R. That's it.
That's true. So speaking of, so that came out today. Then this week, there was 2 similar announcements, but different.
Yeah.
Diffimilar. I'm going with that.
Diffimilar.
Defibrillator. So a company, Nerf's coming out with something called Tek Strike.
Yep.
Which is using RFID technology, so like little tags.
You have no idea how excited he was to be able to say that on the podcast. I can say RFID on the podcast.
I can.
I could do it.
Although it did not work the way I thought it was going to work, so now I'm like, eh. So there's going to be a big plastic thing on your blaster, and the hit has to hit the plastic shield to activate the game. They're going for that augmented reality.
I really question if this is sort of their response to Tek Recon. When Tek Recon was like, we've got augmented reality in our blasters, we're going to have radar and stuff. They have this, and it's going to show like lives and hits.
Yeah.
I mean, people are like, the darts are probably going to be expensive. The blasters are going to be, the accessory, not the blaster, sorry, the accessory itself is going to be expensive. I mean, this is speculation. And then people are just like, it's going to not, you can't use that in a regular war.
No.
And you still got to hit the little shield, or else it doesn't matter anyway.
So unless people are just going to be, taking the attachment, the blaster, the TAC rail attachment off.
Yep.
And mounting these things, the vests, all over their bodies.
Right, it's not going to work. I don't think so either. It'll be cool for, kids or people that just want to plink, maybe even have some office warfare, like I'm sticking over the cubicle and shooting at you so you can hit the blaster and still get that hit on me.
Yes, I definitely agree with that.
But, I mean, will it be their big seller for this year? Probably not.
No, I don't think.
Nerf and technology, they have not been so friendly with each other hand in hand.
Yeah, it's tough.
I understand, because it's a weird, they're trying to capture that video game market where you don't have to think about it and make rules. It just does it for you, and they can't. I mean, it's really tough. They'd have to spend a lot of money, and that kids aren't going to be spending a ton of money on blasters, because or parents won't be spending money on blasters for children. There we go. Does that make more?
Yeah. It's just, I mean, it's cool. I mean, I give Nerf credit anytime they're going to release new tech.
No, it's cool. You know what I mean? I don't think it's going to do great, especially not with this scene, with the NIC and sort of the kidults. But, kudos to them for trying something different and new.
And then the other thing that came out, which I know a lot of people said is the same, but it's really not. Snipe Digital Shooting Playground is an app by XN Touch, the company that brought you the Fruit Ninja Slice Sword.
Woo! Be awesome if anyone,
So they have a dart system coming out where it's basically suction darts, and you're gonna be able to shoot your iPad and use your iPad as a shooting gallery.
Yay! That's what we've always wanted.
I have.
Yeah, I know you have.
I just happen to have a lot of extra iPads, so
he happens to have a lot of extra iPads.
These things are true. So they've already said they've tested it. It's not going to break your iPad with stock blasters, so that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes a lot of sense if it broke your iPad. Now, I'm sure it'd stop it. You're probably going to want to mount it on something, right? You don't want to knock it off the table. I like it. I don't know. Just there's something satisfying about being able to put up an iPad and then just shoot as I mean, they're going to have different kinds of games like moving targets and stuff. I think it'll be kind of neat.
As an app, it's cool. I guess if you could, I guess it depends on how expensive the darts will be and the app will be.
Yes.
I kind of don't understand why, if I were this company trying to bring this out, and I mean, I'm sure there's reasons and productions, and they're obviously not partnering with Nerf for this because they had to take some sort of. So in the video, I think they're using Nerf darts.
They are using a Fire Strike.
Right,
using Nerf darts?
I think they're using Nerf darts that they added something onto. I don't know. I'm sure that they're going to be producing the darts themselves. So it just seems like
because they have a patent for sniper darts.
Right. So why wouldn't you just make like a small blaster to go with it? I don't know.
Oh, I could see saving the money on it.
I guess I keep thinking of like those Airzone like targets that break or targets that you shoot down or that float on air, and they always come with like a really horrible blaster.
Yeah. I mean, well, this falls into the accessories category. That's
right.
The super rage right now in the mobile phone world.
That's true.
Is, like the little exercise bracelets and there's a grill temperature thing that tells you how hot your grill is and pings your phone. That's like in right now. Accessories are what's hot.
No, I get it.
Revenue stream.
And I mean, they can produce this relatively quickly because all they got to do is have the software and then make darts. They don't have to actually make sure that they're not doing any copyright, patent infringement stuff, and while they're making a blaster that sucks.
Yep, and it says it's actually the weight of how they hit is less pressure than you typing with your finger. So I'm sure it'll be safe. I'm sure they're not going to make something that's going to break people's iPads.
Oh yeah, they would. Yeah, I'm sure.
I like it. I just have this vision of setting up like many iPads on a rack.
Gotcha.
Secured down.
He wants to do an iPad. He wants to do an iPad IPSC course.
Yes.
He doesn't even know what that is. It's okay.
Is that thing that was in?
Yeah, Kimball's listening to the podcast, and he's having flashbacks to the IPSC course.
I'm having having a vision of someone else's YouTube video. It was Psych, and they set up a little course in one of their games, right?
Maybe I don't remember. I
don't watch that.
I don't.
It's a little course you go through. Like you target comes up, you shoot them, and then you move on to the next thing. You crawl or something. Yeah.
And they time you and stuff.
Yes, I'm having a vision of that.
Okay.
Yes.
There we go. See.
Yep. That's going to happen.
Yep.
Expect that. Well, it's coming out in June. We might be able to get one. We might be able to get a course in a couple burn games.
Ooh, that could be fun.
I've got 5 iPads.
Wow. Yeah. So that could be interesting. I really want to see if they sell darts. I mean, how they're going to sell darts separately or whatnot. Because the app is obviously going to be like a one-time download. You should be able to put it on now all of your devices. So they got to keep selling you darts.
Yes. Or they'll make course. Or what they'll do is they'll give you 6 courses for free.
Oh, and start giving.
And then let you buy for like $1 a new type of target setting.
That's actually really smart.
That's probably how it'll do. That's how most apps go. So there'll be a lot of in-app. They'll give you some free ones, and then
in-app purchases.
If you just think about it, I mean, it would be. I mean, there's probably no way to link all the different iPads, which would be kind of.
Oh, that would be ridiculous. But yeah,
so you'd have to add up all the scores and divide.
Right.
But still, I mean, in a house, like you could, it would allow you to do something at home during the rainy season or the snowy season, and do something cool in your house. Like you could set it up in the house to where you could have people walk through your house in a little course, and take target practice with your pistols.
That would be actually really fun. Now you got me excited.
That's gonna happen.
I actually could have cared less, and now I'm excited. Like because now I'm picturing coming in with like a hammer shot
with a light on it.
Yeah, just loading myself like just hitting iPads. Why are you doing this? Oh man,
that's what I'm talking about. See, that's magical.
Cool. That is.
Hopefully, what my hope is.
I mean, we live in a very special. You got to realize 5 iPads is not the norm.
So I get that, and we are. I mean, I have a job where it's just what I do for a living is deal with technology like that. So I understand. I'm not saying that this is for the everyman.
No, yeah.
What I'm saying, I mean, but if you have enough of friends,
that's true.
Most people have an iPad.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
More than they even have an Android tablet, which I would hope it comes out for Android tablets. But those aren't. I could see them using the iPad because it's such a standardized way of doing something. Whereas the different Android tablets have different touch screens.
Yeah, it's rough trying to get all of your software tested. I understand. That's why things always go that route.
Yeah, normally I advocate for using Android releases with iOS releases, but I'm down. I am so in. We're going to set up an iPad course. We will if when we do it in this summer, we will post a video on it. It'll be sick.
Yeah, we'll try to get a camera mount on one of the blasters and go through the whole course.
We'll have a camera mount on one of the blasters. We have camera mounts.
Yeah, or we just have somebody right behind you filming. That's also
both.
We'll do both. So we can have first person and third person, and a helmet cam.
Angles.
All the GoPros.
Maybe we'll put some. We'll lay some GoPros next to like above the iPad so you can see the impact coming in or something.
Oh, this is awesome. See? I'm stoked.
All in the house, and then when it rains next winter when it rains,
we'll
have something to do in the rain. And then all you folks on the East Coast and the Midwest, where I grew up in the East Coast, so I know how the snow season works. You'll have something to do in your much bigger than California houses.
Yeah,
like your big flats. You'll have something to do during the winter.
Oh, man, that's pretty cool.
So good job, on that from XN Touch.
XN Touch. I like it.
That was the two, I think, some of the bigger news this week.
Yeah.
You got anything else?
Let me double check.
Breaking?
I don't think anything was really breaking recently. Oh, you know what popped up on Reddit?
The 18-shot StrongArm?
The 18. No.
Oh,
but that has been around for a little bit.
Oh, okay.
People have been making those. It's cool.
Oh.
Actually was, and we don't have all the details on this as far as I know, but it's White Mavericks.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now, I saw that. I thought it was a white StrongArm at first, and I'm like, why?
Yeah, so someone was saying that they were like left over from the Whiteout series, but the packaging is blue, so I don't think so.
So we used to hear stories when I was a kid about like they'd open a warehouse that hadn't been open for years.
Yeah.
And they would find like old G.I. Joes.
Yeah.
And then they would go for sale. It just seems like that story, but you're right. That it's got the blue packaging.
That's what kind of seals
Maybe
the
it
deal.
was supposed to come out last year.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then they thought better of it.
I don't know. Somebody was saying something about the chain that it was found in, potentially commissioning it. I don't even know if it was in the U.S., honestly. I just saw it and was like, I clicked on the picture because I was like, white, and then I saw StrongArms, and I just closed it.
All I know is Hasbro straight got somebody. If the chain came to them and said, we want to commission a Whiteout blaster, and the Hasbro rep that sold this, A, I want their job, and B, I don't think I could take it because they're just really good at it. They're like, yeah, so can we commission, that Target blaster that's really popular with the kids, that zombie thingy, the Hammersmith? Yeah, no, you want the Maverick in white. Did that come out like 4 years ago? Yeah, but it's in white. Oh, it's in white. Oh, well, if that's the case, then give me 10,000. What?
I mean, I still think it's potentially the most popular Nerf blaster of all time. Or most easily recognizable Nerf blaster. I don't even know.
It's got two since-made replacements. Actually, no. Technically, it's got 3 replacements.
Yeah, I know.
There have been 3 revolvers. Am I correct? No, 4, counting the Spectre.
Yes, well, yeah.
There's been the Spectre, the StrongArm, the Hammer Shot, and the Sweet Revenge. And if you count Sweet Revenge and the Hammer Shot as the same thing, that's cool.
Right.
But the Spectre's a revolver.
Yeah, you're right.
So,
yeah, I mean, there's nothing. there's no reason to not have a StrongArm over this.
This is what I fault.
I don't disagree with you.
I think I'm just going to go with this one on Hasbro's part. Whoever the rep that was that sold this to this company, and if it was done the way I just said it was done, I'm going to go with the term morally reprehensible. It is morally reprehensible.
Yeah, I think that's like the only other thing that really popped up. What else did pop up was something that was revealed about something that we didn't have a chance to talk about last week.
Yeah?
Well, last 2 weeks ago.
What?
So, we talked about some Rebel blasters.
Yeah?
And the Rebel blasters didn't have any actual blasters that we saw. So, New York Toy Fair came out. They started demoing all the blasters. And,
yeah?
Then we had some stuff go on. Everybody got real excited because a blaster looked like what has been popping up on the internet called a Triad Strike, or people have been calling it a Triad Strike, which is a triad put on the end of a fire strike, basically.
Oh, yeah, that was cool.
So mod is really awesome, really awesome. It's not the one has been popping up that is really clean. There were a couple that were done before that weren't as clean. But it's just the idea for the mod. I think the community really loved it. I really loved it.
I loved it.
But so everybody started seeing this Triad Strike looking Rebel thing,
right?
And was like, yeah, Hasbro did it. And they just sort of, they didn't release. I think it was Phone from Above or Blaster Lab. Somebody who was at the Toy Fair was like, nah, it's just a Night Finder / Fire Strike
with some storage.
Yeah, they're dart holders on the front. They're not actually barrels. They're just clear red because the whole Rebel thing this year is espionage.
Yeah.
So their darts
spies and
Johansson. The darts are all white with red dots on them, and they give you a pen that is blue. So when you write on the dart, you can write a secret, quote unquote, secret message. In blue, but because there's red splotches all over it, it's hard to tell what it says, so you either shine it with a red light, which is what some of the blasters have, like the Messenger, or most of the blasters come with like a little, looks like a lipstick case that is clear red that you can put the dart into, and that red diffuses the red dots so you can see what was written on there. I mean, they used to do that stuff on like the back of cereal boxes,
Transformer packages.
Yeah, it's been around for forever. I'm cool with it. Like, that's nice, Hasbro. I was a little bit let down because originally, when I heard the description, people were saying it was invisible ink, and they were going to have like a UV light in there.
And by people, I think it was me.
Yeah, no, the internet.
Okay.
You know, I read that somewhere on Reddit. So I was really excited, like, yeah, this messenger, like, even though it's just a strong arm, pretty much, it looks pretty cool because you could do that. I mean, I'm not going to necessarily go buy one for it, but it's a cool selling point. And I was like, oh, that's less cool. But at the same time, it's cool because you can, like, give one to a friend.
Yep.
You know what I mean? If everyone comes with one, you can decode messages. You ain't all got it. They don't have to throw in a flashlight or nothing.
I could see it being useful for some game types. It would be kind of neat.
You'd have to have like a really controlled environment and some really creative mods, but it would be fun. I mean moderators, not
like a
mods
small game. It might be kind of neat. I mean, here's the thing: it doesn't impede performance.
Correct.
So more power to them.
Yeah, I mean, it's something I'm like, yeah, it's a little bit of a gimmick, but I don't care. It's cool.
Yeah, you don't screw with the performance. More power to you.
Yeah.
And then a couple other blasters came out. The Diamondista crossbow.
Yeah, the one that we were talking about last time. We're like, we can't figure out how you prime this. It's because it's a crossbow.
Yeah.
And it's like a real crossbow.
Yeah, it looks like a small version of the NXT crossbow.
Mm-hmm. We talked about that before.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So if this one's even close, it's probably going to be a smaller version of awesome. That NXT crossbow shoots really far.
Yes.
But it's also full size. So this is like hand sized. So I think it'll be good. If it performs similarly to the NXT crossbow, it will be very accurate.
Yeah, and it's just something a little bit of a different type of propulsion system for Nerf because it's just that it actually uses the bow.
Yep.
Elastic. I don't know if it's elastic or if it's going to be the arms actually go back, but it pushes the dart and it just sort of floats.
Yep.
Or at least that's how the NXT crossbow works.
Seems to be more accurate than air. Or flywheels. Correct.
So it'll be interesting to see. Those could be really cool.
Yep.
And apparently, so one of the things I was talking about, I don't know if I talked about this last podcast because we didn't have the actual blasters to see, but I really didn't like the grips on all of them because they're all sort of.
They seem small.
They seem small, but they were all like skeletonized, I guess.
Apparently, some of that's for dart storage.
So yeah, some people were saying for dart storage. The other thing was if they give you the extra little lipstick reader thing, the dart decoder, I think is what it's called. And I think it has a clip on it, so you clip it to backpacks and stuff, but it also clips in there or onto it if you don't have someone to give it to.
There you go.
So you can quickly and easily decode darts.
Form
which is
and
cool.
function.
Yeah, I was like, oh, all right, at least it makes sense. I don't like it, and I will probably try to fix it if I pick one of them up, but it's cool that it has a reason, and it's not just them being cheap like, hey.
You mean like on the Zombie Strike crossbow?
Yeah, right, like, let's skeletonize this so we can use less plastic.
Yes.
That's all I got from that.
And then the Rapid Red got shown, which is the first flywheel.
It's the first clip system blaster for the...
First clip system and flywheel.
For the Rebel line.
For Rebel.
Yeah, that's cool.
So everyone's going to say it's a reshelled Strife. They already did.
I was going to say they already did.
So this one, people may be able to get away with calling a reshelled Strife because it shoots 75 feet, old stock range.
Mm-hmm.
It's semi-automatic.
Mm-hmm.
And so it probably uses the same exact internals a Strife uses. So if it's exact same internals... Yeah. I will be okay with someone saying it's a reshell.
Yeah.
Versus everything else that's been called a reshell that's not really a reshell.
Right. It's basically like, hey, we just tried it. We slimmed it. We changed the shell on it.
So most people don't like it, so it's gotten pretty bad feedback from what I can see.
Yeah, I don't understand why quite as much. I mean, like, I can understand why you might want to run a Strife instead of it, because it looks like the Strife might be a little bit smaller because they got the built-in light and all that.
Yep.
But, you know.
I mean, it's different. I actually kind of like the rounded look of the clip.
I was going to say, I like the rounded look of the blaster and the clip.
Yep.
It's weird to me because people are like, well, it looks a little bit bigger than the Strife, but it's not quite. I'm like, a lot of people use the Strife as primaries anyway. They add attachments to them. Now I can understand saying like, hey, there's no real attachment points, like you can't add a stock.
Right.
So, you know, I understand people not liking it. I don't think you can add a barrel either.
I don't think it looks bigger than the Strife.
I don't know. We'll see when it comes out.
We'll see. I mean,
I would be interested in the magazines because they're red, clear red. Again, decoder darts, red plastic, but they might be cool.
Yeah, clear red magazines that match my Captain America blaster.
Yeah, that could be really awesome. I don't know.
Yep,
Maybe it's just me.
I like it. I mean, I think so. I mean, most of the stuff that's come out now that I've cooled off on my hatred for the ECS LMNOP blaster.
Yes.
It looks like it's going to be another back-to-back banner year for Nerf. And I thought it was going to be, remember we were speculating 5 or 6 podcasts ago about it being, it's probably going to be a down year. We're not going to get that much.
Yeah.
You look at the totality of what we've already previewed.
Yeah.
And they may not be done yet for all we know. We've gotten pretty much everything across all boundaries.
True.
I would say Zombie Strike's probably a little light.
Mm-hmm.
But main blaster, main line, we go through it, right?
Right.
The Elite line's going to get new colors. Right,
yep.
We're getting recolors, and then we're getting new colors, and we're getting a new standard for range.
Yes.
For the newer blasters, right? So that's just the recolors by themselves. People would have been good. Just a gun that has an underslung missile launcher.
Yeah.
That would have been fine. But then we get on top of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then for Zombie Strike, continuing with the Old West style blaster, we get a lever action prime, which the official video from Blaster Labs shows you way more stuff. You can do the flip down, you can do the full 360 prime.
Oh, it looks so nice.
It seems really smooth. I mean, they were jerking that thing pretty violently.
Yeah.
And seemed to take the priming mech seemed to take it just fine.
Yeah. So
that got me juiced.
Yeah.
I want to. And they dropped the price $5.
They did. I know. It's like they listen to the podcast. They're like $5 cheaper. We could do that. I was like, oh, I got to buy 2 now.
$25. So for $50, which is $25 cheaper than the LMNOP blaster, you can have 2 of those. Or I can just get 3 for the same price. That's great.
And you could dual wield them because you can flip them down and up.
So Arjang, who's been on the podcast a couple times, is pretty juiced.
Oh yeah,
I'm juiced. I'm going to want to make one a pistol grip just to try it out.
Yeah, those things look sexy.
I think it's going to be. I think because it's the look, the easy priming, and the ability to dual wield a larger blaster, I think we'll see them out and about a little bit. I think some people might give up some EATs and move to that blaster.
Anybody who's just really into just having fun too, I think,
Yep.
and is less like I want to be really tactical about this, and just messing around. They'll enjoy it, especially games like ours where you got infinite respawns, and you're just trying to complete an objective. Like in HVZ, you might not see them as much.
No, probably not.
But you might.
And then, I mean, for Ultimate, we got the Derringer for the Zombie Strike.
Ooh, yeah.
That could
be the best. That just man.
That could be the sleeper hit like the hammer shot was.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
So that was cool. And then we got a whole. We got new Mega Blaster.
Oh yeah,
we
got the Mega Thunderbow.
I'm gonna call it the Mega Ridiculous Bow.
Yeah, the Thunderbow keeps reminding me. It sounds like a Power Ranger's weapon, and it kind of looks like one.
Power Ranger, yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does.
It does look like it should be on a Mechazoid.
Yeah,
it's but it's cool. I mean, they showed the firing demo of it.
They did.
Looks pretty solid.
Yeah, it could be interesting.
It's claiming 80 feet. Whew. It's pretty much so the way they did it. They took the trigger out, so when you pull it back, it actually the draw length looks pretty decent for being a kid's toy.
Yep.
So for the bigger kids and the kid alts, it looks alright. It's huge,
right?
Way bigger than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I saw the video. I was like, oh wow,
it's a giant blaster. So I know Rob from SBNC is gonna.
Right.
It's big and it's red, so he's down.
So there's it's weird that you mentioned that because I feel like the Mega line is sort of geared towards kid alts.
Yeah.
It's trying to gear itself towards bigger people. And I feel like it's taking over the Vortex line. Because word is that stores aren't going to be able to order Vortex anymore, or that they're stopping doing Vortex.
Yeah, I saw that, but they think they said they're not killing Vortex.
Yeah,
they're going back to the drawing board.
I think so because they just released a Zombie Strike Vortex blaster, a couple actually. I'm not saying that they're good. Yeah. I'm just saying that they did it. So I mean they obviously have it.
Yeah, I think they're taking that thing back to the drawing board.
I always felt like the discs were more geared towards indoor play, but they were trying to get those like, let's have an office war type deal. Yep. So more adult oriented, but I think the slow speed is what kind of killed it.
Yeah, and I don't think with a disc-based blaster you're going to be able to really fix that.
Right.
But I think maybe they'll go mega discs.
Ooh, that could be awesome.
I know, don't even get you excited, right?
Yeah, that's mean. That's mean.
So then we got all the Rebel stuff coming out this year. So I think it's going to be.
Oh yeah. Oh, we got yet another ammo type too. I mean, we talked about it last time, but the bow. The actual
Yeah,
agent
the actual bow. The agent bow looks like it's got a. Well, it doesn't look like it's got a new ammo type. It looks like Nerf looked at all their competitors. They were like, all right, NXT, cross them off the list. Zing, let's cross them off the list. It's like they went down through all their competitors and said, cross you, cross you, cross you. All we need is an air pump blaster, and then they can cross Busby off the list too.
Pretty much. Yeah. So I mean, I'm excited about that. If it can compete with Zing bows, ooh, we could have some fun. A lot of fun.
Yeah. So I mean, it looks like it's going to be another banner year, just from what we've seen so far, and who knows if they have anything else up their sleeve.
I'm not pleased, but everybody else is happy with the Attacknid.
Oh, you're not pleased because of your fear of spiders.
I hate
goat
spiders.
masks.
No, I just hate them.
You hate spiders and goat masks. It's weird.
You know, goat masks are just weird.
So yes, the Attacknid, it looks pricey.
It does look pricey.
$80, right?
There's been kind of a back and forth thing because apparently something like this came out already, and then Nerf partnered with them
and branded it. But then somebody else was trying to make something very similar and had like a Kickstarter, and then people were saying after he put it up, Hasbro contacted him or something, or they said I think he said officially that he was contacted by someone who held some sort of copyrights, and now people think it's Hasbro. Got it.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't care. And it's not even because I don't like spiders, because as B.F.U keeps telling me, it has 6 legs. It's not a spider, Josh.
That's true.
I'm like, it's called the Attacknid!
That's also true.
But honestly, I just don't see these having a place in most games, and they look kind of weird. I would rather use...
You control the elevation of the mount from the control panel.
That is cool.
That's
unlike the VMD.
Yeah.
Because I was going to say, like, I would just as soon use the VMD because it has a lot of rounds. They might have the same amount.
So here's what I see coming out next year. I'm going to go 2015 on you.
Wow.
And they already have this technology out, so...
Double wow.
You'll be able to put a attachment on your iPad.
Yep.
And you'll be able to do video / attacking / controlling your whatever vehicle they're using from your tablet.
Yeah.
That'll be next.
Yeah,
they already have radio control cards you can do.
Yeah.
So that'll be next.
Yeah, I mean, I know...
By the way, like a little spy car...
Oh, that could be awesome.
You could live stream video from on the battlefield would be kind
of... would be stupid. Yeah, it would be expensive, but it would be awesome.
Yeah, it would only be expensive because Hasbro would put like a .3 meg... Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not even going to go there today. Today's a happy day.
You know. Yeah, that would actually be really, really cool. I don't know. I know they have them at other stores. What the heck was it? They used to be called Sharper Image. When Sharper Image used to be around, they used to have them.
Yep.
And some of those Brickstone stores and stuff have like planes and RC cars. That would be cool. I think the problem I see with the Attacknid is just it looks slow. Looks
easy to tip over.
Yeah, I mean you could break it, and it's probably
that's going to be the problem. Is that it's the breakage thing, right? So someone steps on it, it's a wrap. But maybe Home Wars. I mean, for kids, I think it's going to be a cool thing.
Yeah, it'll be like a cool one of those expensive.
If you got
toys.
a kid that's really sick and in a bubble because he can't play with his friends because he's got you go. The same plague that my wife caught this last week.
Word, that's been going around.
You could live stream something. That's actually kind of news too, not super Nerf related. GoPro's coming out with a connected camera.
Oh yeah,
that you'll be able to slip a SIM chip into and do live video.
Yeah.
So
get that 128 gigabyte SD card and record 24 hours.
You better get that 128 gigabyte cell phone plan too.
Yeah, you know.
I mean, I think we're at the point where I think live streaming for Nerf events is going to be coming pretty soon down the pipe.
Yeah, that would be really awesome.
So
as soon as they lower the cost of data plans.
Yeah, compression's getting a little better.
Yeah, or you just have if you got a nice place to indoor wars it.
Oh yeah, you Wi-Fi it.
Wi-Fi it. That's cool. But
outdoors, I think it's coming. I think we're getting to that point.
That'd be sick.
So that was a little bit of technology news for that.
Ooh, I'm down. It's Nerf related esque. I'm good.
Yeah, Nerf-esque related.
Nerf-esque related. There we go. Yeah. Oh, we didn't actually. Oh no, we already did talk about the OTAC Orange Mogwarts.
We did talk about the OTAC, and then I purchased the door hanger bag.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Play from Amazon. And I didn't do a write up on it because it's a door hanger bag. I like it. I really like it. I'm impressed, and I've been a big fan of Perpetual Play stuff.
Yeah.
Except that shotgun holster thing. That was weird.
The
slung one, that was just kind of...
They can't all be hits.
But I like the door hanger bag. It's kind of neat. If you don't have a lot of room and you want to display a few blasters, I think it's a cool way to display your stuff. I got all my TAC gear, or a lot of my TAC gear and holsters and perpetual play stuff hanging on mine.
Yeah.
The door hanger clips aren't the sturdiest, but it folds up pretty neat in a easy to carry bag form. Clips on, and you can fit darts in it. I mean, I would, even $30. I mean, I know why it's more expensive than their other things because it's bigger.
Right.
Holds more blasters.
It makes sense on the pricing structure.
Yeah, on their pricing structure, it makes sense. I would say for $30, I wouldn't say do not get it. If you got $30 to burn,
right,
then I would say, it might not be a bad way to spend. If you want your stuff branded Nerf,
yeah,
I would say drop to $30. I don't think it beats the bag that Dorm Labs has.
Oh yeah, actually, speaking of sort of Nerf off-brand, or I guess on-brand, but licensed products, there we go. People were seeing there's some, what were they? They were not wireless. They were microphones. Like Nerf Walkie Talkies, the Nerf like throat Walkie Talkies, I think.
The Nerf Bluetooth headset.
Yeah, because they used to have Walkie Talkies and all sorts of weird stuff, but it looks like they're going to continue doing that. I think with the popularity of some of the perpetual play stuff that's come out, Nerf is just like, let's just do it. Let's just make more products.
They got Nerf Dog.
They do have Nerf Dog. You know what's weird? At every toy show, they keep showing like Nerf clothing line, and I've yet to see any of it.
Yeah, that's true.
I might be able to fit into large kids. I don't know.
I hate you.
I'm like, where's this Nerf backpack at? Let's do this. Let's do Nerf shoes. I found Nerf flip flops once, but they only had like a size like 3 in children's.
So it
almost fit me. Yeah, I was sad. It's like, Walmart, why are you killing me?
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So I mean, if I would be interested to see some Nerf products like Walkie Talkies that are actually good. I don't know if that's going to happen because Nerf seems to be like technology. What's the cheapest stuff we could get from 3 years ago?
You the most humanly possible.
But so they've got there were some pictures of some of that stuff coming out. New iPro at the toy show with some darts as usual. Nothing big there, but My Last Dart on his blog showed some what was it, production art from some of the Zombie Strike stuff, and there was a scope, like a Zombie Strike scope that was on one of the blasters.
And apparently we're supposed to get a whole bunch of scopes and accessories this year.
That's what I was going to say. So that could be cool. Scopes and accessories. People have been like, scopes and accessories. Need more.
People will
Scopes,
spend a lot
sights.
of money for that tactical. I'm just want them so I can mount flashlights in them.
Yeah, I mean,
that's all I'm going to use them for.
I like them. It would be really cool if they were available to purchase. I would probably purchase a few.
Yeah, I like the Nitron scope.
Yeah.
It's like...
Yeah, that's cool.
Sorry, you guys will hear my dog in the background. We apologize for him. He's
cool.
not the smartest dog in the world.
Yeah, he gets excited.
If we cock a Nerf blaster, he'll actually run away. Not because we shoot him either.
Yeah, it's weird. He just doesn't like the sound of Nerf blasters. Like,
he just really doesn't like the sound of Nerf blasters.
Or flywheels, especially. Knocking over stuff. But, yeah. Well, I don't even remember what we're talking about no more now.
So
start talking about dogs. Sights. Yeah. Nerf sights and accessories. So I'm excited. I'm excited for that. Sights and accessories could be really, really cool.
Yep.
We've obviously on the podcast been huge advocates.
More barrel attachments.
Yeah, more barrels. Because everybody always says like elite pinpoint sights because that's the well-known one. But I'm like, you know what? Give me Nerf stocks. Give me Nerf barrels.
Yeah, give me more stocks.
Yeah, I'm like, all the barrels come with blasters. All the stocks come with blasters. Yeah. Give us some by themselves. Don't make them the same ones because I understand if you want that one, you have to go buy that blaster. That's cool.
Right.
Give us something different and new.
Yeah. Give us 12 clips sold separately.
Oh my gosh, please. Well.
Let me tell you guys a story.
Uh-oh.
For the last season, Mr. B.F.U. was an advocate for 12-round clips. And he was trying to sell the dream to one Mr. Pagan of the Nerfcast, who is sitting with me for this Nerfcast. And he was, Josh Josh can be a little hurtful and dismissive of B.F.U sometimes.
No.
Because B.F.U is stupid.
No.
So he was like, no, we have a lot of 18s. Now, granted, Josh had a lot of 12s from all the 17,000 Alpha Troopers he purchased.
They were all in the packages.
Whatever. You weren't going to return them, so it didn't matter.
Yeah, but we were raffling them all off.
No. You weren't. There's not enough games in the next 3 years to raffle them all off.
Yeah, we raffled a lot off.
A lot, but you still had 20-something left.
No.
And I was explaining to him, because I had acquired like 5 or 6, and that's pretty much what I ran for half the season was 12s.
Yep.
So we went to a game in San Francisco, and
Foam Action Network. TAC Ops.
Good job, Connor.
Yep.
And I talked Josh into using 12s. And I said, quote unquote, they will change your life. So I get a message from Josh later that evening, or actually that evening before we go, that says, these are going to change my life.
So let me back this up so that you guys know the full story. Because B.F.U has only been to our games. He has never done anything else. And he told me he was going to run his... Because we had not been to a TAC Ops before, and we heard that you used a lot of darts, and it was kind of crazy. So he was going to run his tactical vest. So I went, shoot. Normally all I run is I've got like a little strap that's got... You've probably seen pictures of it with 3 18s in it, 1 18 in my blaster. I run that at HVZ. I never run more than that. That's usually served me fine, because in between rounds I'll refill and whatnot. So he's like, I don't want to be the only one. I'm going to look like I'm going to shoot up the school. I don't want to be the person who ends TAC Ops for people because I look too hardcore. So...
Because they had told me TAC Ops wasn't that hardcore the one time they went.
No, we went to HVZ. We didn't go to TAC Ops.
Oh, you didn't go to TAC Ops. Okay.
So that night I get out my old airsoft gear, and I go to the store, and I'm like, all right, let me see what fits. We can fit my 18-round mags. And nothing fits 18-round mags. I mean, I could get some stuff, but they would be hanging out, and I didn't know how crazy it was going to be, so I wanted to find something that would Velcro over. And I knew that like some AK mag pouches fit 12s has been documented, so I just grabbed some double AK mag pouches and cut out the little insert on the inside so I could go 2 12s in each. And I had enough 12s sitting around to be like, all right, let's do this. I put them all in there, and I could carry them really nice, and I was like, yeah, this is cool. Now, I was running 9 12-round magazines. It was cool. I felt like old airsofty. I was all in black. I felt all cool. And B.F.U shows up and doesn't wear his stuff. He had a fisherman vest.
It wasn't a fisherman vest.
It's an
outdoorsman vest.
He looks like the hiker from Pokemon.
It's an outdoorsman's vest.
Which you can fish in the outdoors.
Yes, but it's lighter than my TAC vest, and it holds just as many 12s as his setup.
So then we roll up to the school, and I'm the one looking like I'm about to shoot it up. I'm like, oh god, I'm the only one here. I'm wearing all black.
I'm just saying now he's gonna now 12. Now he's all about 12s.
No, I don't know. I think they were perfect for TAC Ops because I could carry a lot more on me since I didn't have a real way to carry that many 18s without fear of them sort of falling and jostling around. I think at like burn games, I'm still gonna rock 18s. Mm-hmm. Once in a while, I might be like, I need the heavy guns.
That's what he says now.
That's true. That is what I say now. That is subject to change.
Carry a lot of. All I know is he's not freely giving out the 12s like he was before.
That is the truth.
I was like, let me get some 12s. He's like, wait a minute.
And I was like, hey, hold on now.
He's not as
I need to keep 12s. At least those like 9 so that I can use them.
I don't know if I'm going to use them per se, but I'm gonna keep at least 9 of something. So is that how many 18s you have?
Oh, jeez. I was gonna say I got like 20, 30. I don't even know. So many 18s. So when the Stampedes were the only way you could get 18s back in the day, they went on a crazy sale at like a Toys R Us or Target. Me and Sean went and bought like 2 or 3 each just to get the 18s out. So I got the 18 rounds from that, and then Kimball actually bought me some 18s offline because they were selling for like 20 or 30 bucks online for like an 18 at the time because you could only get them with that blaster. And he bought me like a bunch from that. And then when they actually came out with 18s, I just went crazy.
I like the 18-round drums.
I loved the 18-round drums when they were out. I wish they'd still make them because they were nice.
He'll buy them on Amazon.
Yeah, I wish that
$10.
Target. Yeah, that's how much they are at or were at Target.
I like so I have a new love affair with the the Firefly 18s now too.
Oh yeah,
because they were like $5.
Yeah, they were clearancing them at Target.
And if I tape them together with the battery packs facing each other,
Yep.
they make in very easy use for my my little Rapid Uzi.
Yeah, and they're like green, just like the green accents.
And they're
you have
green,
on it,
just
so
like the green accents.
they look really nice.
And they space really well. So I found a nice, and I don't have to flip them upside down. I can just move it over.
Right, they're more like, for those of you who do real steel stuff, it's more like a G36 mag and less of like a jungle mag that everybody does.
So that was a pretty awesome find in the last little bit.
Good stuff.
Yeah, it's gonna be a nice big year. Oh, we're getting ready for our first real game, maybe in a little bit.
Yeah, like hopefully like a month or two. We'll see how it goes. Or 2
months. April.
This month's crazy.
We're holding them to April.
Excuse me. Yeah, this month is.
We're holding you accountable to April if there's no rain.
Yeah, it's not my fault that everybody's calendars are crazy.
Yeah, no, people's calendars are crazy.
I'm gone like 5 weekends this month, and there's only 3 weekends in it.
I'm not gone 5 weekends, and my wife keeps bringing stuff on me. I got a stressful job. I just got back from Leaders as Coaches, going to Idaho.
My
wife's been sick. That's all my excuses all rolled up into one.
Yeah, So, I think we about hit it. I think we hit it pretty good.
Yeah, I think we knew this one was going to be a little bit on the shorter side. Since we were flying the missing man formation.
Yeah, So, I mean, we can only speculate on blasters so many times over and over again until we actually have one in our hand, and then we're able to be like, oh, I like this or I don't, and here's why.
Yeah, expect long podcasts in the summer once we get everything in hand.
Yeah, once stuff is coming out, it's going to be pretty friggin' awesome. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's pretty much all I got. No Reddit rant this week.
Red's been nice to you?
Yes. And kind to everybody else, surprisingly.
Yeah, that's cool. That's good stuff.
So, I don't have anything new for Reddit this week.
Yeah, Oh, for those of you who can't get enough Nerfcast all the time, Bobo did. He has his podcast out, or had his podcast out. Episode 1.
Welcome to the family.
Came out. Yeah, I'll put that out there. I don't remember the URL of his blog, because it was on YouTube, then it wasn't on YouTube, and then he had it on blog. I don't know. No. But it's up there. It's out. Check his Facebook page. I'm sure he puts the updates on there.
Yeah, welcome to the family, Bobo.
Yeah.
Maybe we can co-cast it.
Yeah, we'll have to podcast off.
Yeah.
Everybody. I'll think we'll get Miles Dart in there. Just have a crazy Nerf day where everybody's just talking over one another. Yeah.
Nerf and 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Yes. There we go.
That works.
All right, everybody, we won't waste too much of your time. We don't want to just get off topic talking about random stuff as usual.
Yeah, so that's all I got this week. So for Nerfcast, this is B.F.U.
And this is Josh.
Happy tagging.